welcome back to another video. I am so excited to be making this video and sharing my weight loss journey with you guys. I know it is long overdue and I know you guys have been waiting. You guys have so many questions, so I hope in today's video I can answer all the questions that you guys have and be very transparent about my journey with you guys. So make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Alright guys, so I am going to put a few disclaimers out here before we get started today. So the first thing is I am a little bit under the weather, so if my voice sounds a little funny, I've just been congested and coughing and stuff like that. But I was like, I am making this video, no excuses. It's already long overdue. It's getting done. And then the second disclaimer is I am not a physician, so any medical questions you guys have, I can answer it as best as I can based off of my experience, but definitely consult with a physician, you know, that is licensed to, you know, instruct you on how to do things. But now that that's out the way, we're gonna go ahead and jump into the video, give you guys all the tea and everything that you guys have been waiting for, and just give you all the deets about my journey with my weight loss surgery and my overall weight loss in general. So I'm gonna give you guys like a little backstory on my weight. So just throughout my life, like as a child, I was fairly small. I was actually really tiny. And then when I got to about like 4th, 5th grade, that's when I started to pick up like the little baby weight and stuff like that. And then like throughout middle school and high school, I kind of maintained a decent weight between like 150, 160, maybe even 170. So then after that, I moved to Atlanta right after I graduated from high school. And that was probably the smallest I had been. And I'll insert some pictures. And I felt like really good, really confident, really happy. So that was back in 2017. And my weight was like pretty manageable. It's not till I went to the doctor in 2019, I had to go to the emergency room because I was like under the weather, because I was like working with kids and stuff. And the lady asked me, she was like, oh, how much do you weigh? I was like, oh, I'm like 160. And she was like an Asian lady. And you know, like sometimes like foreigners, they don't really know how to like hide their expressions. So she kind of looked a little crazy. Me and my mom looked at each other. It was like, what? And the lady was like, step on the scale. So I stepped on the scale, and that's when I realized I was 209 pounds. I will not ever forget that. So that was in February of 2019. I was 209 pounds, and that's when I realized like, okay, like I'm gaining weight. And that's when I started being like more conscious about my weight, because I never really even paid attention or noticed, because the weight just kind of crept up on me. So fast forward, I started dieting, you know, I started just doing like intermittent fasting, watching what I was eating. I was doing like the calorie counting. I was working out and doing things like that. I also was in school at the time, and I also had like an overnight job. So I would try to just make sure I was watching what I was eating, the time of day I was eating and stuff like that, and just making sure I was doing everything the best that I could, because my weight, like I said, I've always been like a heavier girl, never been skinny or really big either, just kind of like a thicker girl, just like between like a medium large, maybe even extra large at some points. But my weight was never anything I really too much cared about or thought about. It was just like, this is just what it is, you know, I eat whatever I want, and that's just that. In 2019 is when I really started to like take everything serious and like really try to watch what I was eating and really try to get a hold of my weight, you know, because after that wake up call going to the ER. So fast forward, I get into a relationship towards the end of 2019, and I was very self-conscious about my weight, just like a personal thing, you know. And so that was something I would kind of obsess over a lot, and I would just always be on like some kind of diet or this, that, and the third. And I actually did lose like 25 pounds right before I got in that relationship. So I went into that relationship around like 180, 190 pounds. I don't remember the exact weight, but I was confident, I felt really good, and I looked good, and I was like, okay, cool. Like I worked hard to get, I just wanted to be out the 200s. I did not want to be 200 pounds. So of course, get into the relationship, you're eating good, you're traveling, trying new foods. And then like the person that I was with was like small. So it's like I was trying to do what he did, but I'm like, no, like we're two different people. Like we can't eat the same thing and our body do the same thing. Like it's just like my body just gravitated to the food and picked up weight, and then it was like he just stayed skinny. And I was like, okay, so yeah, we're not gonna be able to do this. So I started to do other things. I tried to do like the keto, more intermittent fasting. Y'all went on so many diets. I did like the cleanse, like with the lemon water. I did the salt water flush. I probably did every diet you could think of, and it was just like super frustrating because that was like a big part of my life, was just like trying to get my weight under control and keep it under control. And it didn't help that I was like on birth control. I had got the IUD, and I really noticed after that, like I really started to pick up weight, because them hormones is no joke, y'all. Like I don't care what my doctor says, that birth control really made me gain weight. Like I don't care. Like I don't care. It did. Also, when you're just not being mindful of what you're eating and this, that, and the third. I went ahead and consulted with my primary care physician, and we started on Contrave. So I did the Contrave, which Contrave is like an antidepressant, and they actually use it for smokers to try to help them stop smoking. But it's like an antidepressant. So I didn't like how that Contrave made me feel. So I stayed on that for a couple months, and then I kind of just stopped. And I did lose like probably like 15 pounds on the Contrave, but that's really just water weight. That wasn't like no real weight. And then the fact that it was making me feel crazy on top of that, I was like, I'm not about to take this Contrave. I stopped taking the Contrave, and then I talked to my OB doctor about weight loss surgery. Now, my OB doctor was not on board with me getting the weight loss surgery, because she was like, I'm so young, and you know, she was like, I feel like you can do it naturally. She's very holistic, you know, she's Middle Eastern, so they believe in the holistic routes. That's why I like her as my GYN, because you know, I really like her perspective on things, and you know, she's very educated on the holistic ways of doing things as well. So I consulted with her. She was not on board, but she was like, talk to your primary care doctor and see what they think. So I talked to my primary care doctor, Dr. Anderson. She's so lovely. And, you know, she was like, you know, if that's something you feel like you want to do, she was like, I think that would be a great idea. She was like, I think you qualify for it. So we did all the blood work and everything like that, and we got the process going. Because I worked at the hospital at the time, I started kind of doing my own research on different doctors and physicians, and I found Dr. Gorjala with Northside. And so from there, you know, I kind of got the process started. And if you guys want to see like my journey and all of the things I did for the pre-op stuff, that's in my weight loss surgery video, and it will be linked down below so you guys can reference that video. It has so much information. It's almost like an hour-long video, and it shares my process from start to finish. So that's pretty much how we got to me getting the weight loss surgery. I was contemplating the weight loss surgery. A coworker I worked with at the hospital said she had it done. Another coworker said like her sister had it done. There were so many people that were saying like, oh, they had it done. And I know a lot of people were like doing Ozempic and stuff like that. And I was like, I don't want to do that. I already tried Contrave, which was a pill. And I was like, I don't want to do Ozempic. I don't want to do that. Like, because people actually need that medication. And I don't know how to feel about that. So I didn't do the Ozempic, and you know, I opted to do the weight loss surgery. So when I went in for my consultation, they go over the different options. So you could do the sleeve, which is what I got. You could do the gastric bypass, which is like where they reroute your organs and stuff like that. Didn't want to do that. And then they also had like the balloon and different things like that. And my surgeon actually recommended for me to do the balloon. He's like, he thought I would do good with the balloon, but I was like, no, I don't want to do that. And I've had family members who's had that done, and they weren't very successful. So I was like, I don't want to do the balloon thing. So I opted for the VSG because I do know several family members, friends, co-workers that had it done, and they were very successful, and they looked very good. Now, my eating habits were really bad. Like, I just would eat whatever I want. I wasn't conscious. I wasn't mindful. I don't ever feel like I ever felt the need to be, and I just kind of just had these old habits that were really hard to break. I also learned through the process, like, I was a binge eater, I was an emotional eater, I was a comfort eater. Growing up, like, we ate out for everything, like for celebrating birthdays, graduations, after church on Sundays. We were always on the go. We lived with my grandparents. Me, my mom, and my brother lived with my grandparents for 9 years. So it's like, as soon as we get off the bus, there's a home-cooked meal. And then sometimes even after that, you know, we'll eat again, you know, after we go to church or do whatever event we had to do in the evening, or things like that. So, and my mom was more of like a, we just gonna pick something up real quick type of mama. Like, she wasn't a cook type of mama, and that's okay, mama, that's okay. I'm not judging you, but you know, we ate a lot of fast food. We were always on the go. We were always doing something, always super duper busy. So that was just kind of what I was used to. And I didn't realize, like, as an adult, like, that'll start to catch up with you, what you're eating, what you're intaking, and all of those things. So I just started to be super mindful about it. And, you know, and then that's when I made my decision to go ahead and do my surgery. And my why and all of that for the surgery is all in my weight loss video as well. And so if you guys want to know any of that information, is all there for you guys to know and for you guys to see. So a really big question that I was getting a lot, and I was waiting until I reached my final goals and all of that to share, because weight is a very sensitive subject. So it's like, it's really not easy to share and put out and show your before and after pics. So I really wanted to wait until I looked how I wanted to, and you know, the scale said a number that I really wanted. So when I went to my consultation, Dr. Gorjala asked me, like, what is your goal that you want to reach? So I said I want to be about my high school weight and to lose about 100 pounds. So my overall start weight, which I have everything documented, and I'll also insert it on the screen so you guys can see. My highest weight in general, just that the scale has ever said, was 248 pounds. Now, mind you, when I would weigh in at the doctor's office, it would be like way heavier. So in their records, I think the highest was like 252 or something like that. So it would always be like 5 pounds higher at the doctor's office. So I'm going based off of my scale at home, booty butt naked, no wig on, no nothing, just my all natural. So 248 was my highest weight. My metabolism was the age of a 36-year-old. My BMI was 43 and my bust was 48 inches, waist 49 inches, and my goal weight was 140 pounds. So that was all of my measurements, weight, and then my goal to reach. I did my original consultation in April of 2023, and my weight then was 244 pounds. And then August 11th, which was my actual surgery day, was 242 pounds. And that's after I did the pre-op diet and all of that, where you have to just do the liquids and all of that. So you do have to lose a little bit of weight, and they have to see that you are making changes before the surgery. Again, all of that is in the big VSG surgery video. So those are my numbers, you guys. And now my current weight, when I got on the scale the other day, was 124.4 pounds. And you guys, I literally surpassed what I thought. So I rounded up. So my overall weight loss was 125 pounds, which I still cannot believe, because you guys, when I tell you I did not exercise, I did not work out, I did not do anything. I strictly made lifestyle changes. I just watch what I eat. I do everything in moderation. I still pretty much eat whatever I want to. I just do it in moderation, and I'm super conscious and super mindful of how much I'm intaking. And with the surgery, it limits you. Like, I honestly would not have been this successful without the surgery. And I know a lot of people think like surgery is the easy way out, but when I tell you, this journey has not been easy. So with the surgery, I did have surgery regrets afterwards. Like, it was really tough. I did see results instantly with my weight loss, so I was happy about that, and that's what really kept me going. But the first week after surgery, it was really hard. And you know, I had a lot of gas pain. It was just painful. They did give me pain meds, but I don't like taking stuff. I don't like doing any of that. I don't like taking hard stuff. So I was just like trying to really push through the pain and just do what I had to do. But after the first month, I started to feel a lot better. You start to be able to eat more, and you start seeing the road looking a little bit clearer, because in the process, it's hard. And having good support is really important, and I'm so grateful that for the first 3 months, I really did have a great support system, and I still do. That was super encouraging and helpful. So I was grateful for that. So I want to go ahead and share with you guys my week by week weight loss for the first 14 weeks. That is what I documented. So for week 1, my weight was 228 pounds. So I was down 14 pounds from surgery in the first week. Week 2, I was 225 pounds. So I was 17 pounds down from surgery. Week 3, I was 222 pounds. I was 20 pounds down from surgery. So by week 3, I had already lost 20 pounds. And that's just due to not being able to eat a lot. Your main focus is getting your liquids in, drinking, and all of that. I was going on my daily walks to help with like the gas and just to get me up and moving, because I did take 6 weeks off of work. So in those 6 weeks, I was really focused on lifestyle changes, making sure I was putting the right things in my body. Raw veggies, fruits, water, taking my vitamins and all of that. So week 4, I was still 222 pounds, so I kind of hit a little bit of a stall. So still down 20 pounds. Week 5, I was 218 pounds, so I was 24 pounds down. Week 6, I was 216 pounds. So when I went back to work, my weight loss was very noticeable because I was down 32 pounds from just like my highest weight in general. So it was very noticeable. We had blazers that we wore for work. So like my blazer was looking real baggy and real crazy on me because I was 32 pounds down at week 6. That's when I went home for my cousin's wedding. I got a lot of compliments. People said like I look good, and I did feel like I looked smaller. I felt more confident. I felt better at week 6, and I also was able to eat a little more, do a little more, and just have a lot more energy than I did in the previous weeks. Week 7, I was 213 pounds, so I was 29 pounds down from surgery. Week 8, I was 211 pounds. Week 9, I was 208 pounds. Week 10, 206 pounds. So for week 11, I hit 202 pounds. And y'all, I was so ecstatic because I'm like, I don't even care if I hit my goal at this point because I'm going to be under 200 pounds. Like, I was so happy, and I was so close to being 50 pounds down. And then week 12, which made exactly 3 months, I hit 199 pounds. So I lost 50 pounds in the first 3 months, and I could not believe it. Like, my body was changing so fast. I kept looking different. And I want to say I even did like I had bought more clothes because I couldn't fit anything. And I know they say wait till you lose all your weight, but I'm like, I'm so close. I think I'll still be able to fit all this stuff. Like all them larges and stuff I bought from Shein, I can't fit none of that stuff no more. It's so crazy. So then week 13, I hit under 200 pounds, so I was 197. And then week 14, I hit 194 pounds, which I was like, I was so happy. Like, I was so happy, y'all. I hit 50 pounds down at 3 months. I hit 100 pounds down at 6 months. And then 125 pounds is my overall 1 year weight right now, which I was not even trying to hit 125 pounds down nor be 124 pounds, but I feel like it looks good on me. I still look healthy. I feel like if I lose any more weight, I'm gonna start looking sick, so we don't want that. But you know, it's just crazy. Like, my weight was just coming off so fast. But I was super happy to like hit those big goals, and you know, it was just like a really life-changing experience. Like, this experience has really been life-changing. You know, since my surgery, it's just like a lot of lifestyle changes. Like, it's really a lifestyle commitment in what you do and how you think. It's a lot of mental behind it, mental over physical, because like I said, I haven't worked out any of the time. The only time I like did physical activity was like when I first got it done, just to walk out the gas pain, and that was like the first 6 weeks. But since then, I've really just, it's been like mental, like what I'm eating and having that mind control and not binging the wrong things. Well, you really can't even binge eat with the surgery, but you know, some people find a way to do it. But all I'm saying, it's just been a very life-changing experience. It's definitely been a roller coaster. I've had my ups and my downs with it, but I would say like I'm so grateful for this surgery. Like, I feel like if I didn't have it, it's a tool, y'all. It's really a tool. Never let anyone make you feel like if you get the surgery, like you're taking the easy way out or you're doing it the easy way. Like, no, you got to put in just as much work. And I'll never not say that. You have to put in just as much work, because at the end of the day, no matter what, how, when, where, it's all about the mental aspect of it and the lifestyle change that you're putting behind your big change in your life. So yeah, it was worth every tear. It was worth all the gas pain. It was worth the surgery. I just feel like it was worth it. Like I said, I went through my moments of regret and was like, what am I doing? Like, what is this? But now sitting here a year later, I can confidently say like, this was what I needed, and I feel so much happier. I feel more confident. I love to be able to just wear what I want to wear, do what I want to do. I can shop at regular stores and not feel like I had to shop online. And I refused to shop in big girl stores when I was heavier. I was like, no, like I'm still going to Forever 21, still going to H&M, still going to these stores. Like, no, like I just was like, no. But I feel more confident in what I wear and all of those things, and I'm just super happy. Another question that a lot of people ask after weight loss surgery is if you have like loose skin and different things like that. So because I have not worked out yet, a year later, I still have not worked out, I do have loose skin, and that's a whole nother thing that you have to work through with the body dysmorphia, because I also developed a body dysmorphia, but I feel like I've always had body dysmorphia. I've never really realized how big or small I was. And so now that I've lost a lot of weight so fast, the body dysmorphia has definitely heightened. But when I look in the mirror, I'm like, dang girl, you look good. But sometimes I still do feel like I look fat, because my stomach is still like, it's a lot of skin on it. Like I haven't worked out, I haven't done the things I need to do to not have loose skin. So that's gonna be a big journey you guys come along with me on. It's like toning up, getting in the gym, you know, and of course me still showing y'all like my healthy eating, healthy habits. I ain't perfect, y'all. I ain't said I was perfect, but I really try my best to eat right, do right, put the right things in my body, and just be mindful of, you know, what I intake. I don't do calorie counting. Some days I really just eat whatever I crave, because I'm like, I can't keep losing weight, y'all. Like I gotta pick up some weight, you know, because some days it's just like you have a really hard time eating, or you're just not hungry. You just don't feel it. And when you go out to eat, it's gonna be different. You're gonna get used to wasting food. That's what I'm gonna tell you. With this surgery, get used to wasting food. You're not gonna be able to clear that plate, baby girl. You might as well get it out your head, because it ain't happening. It's just not happening. And so that was something else I had to really get used to. I had to be okay with taking stuff home. You're gonna have to eat stuff while it's cold, because you know you gotta wait and eat. It's a whole process, but I will be sharing content on how that goes for me, so you guys can get a better understanding about like what I eat in a day and how I eat and how much I can eat. But I would still say realistically, I'm only eating 4 to 6 ounces at a time. I do feel like I eat all throughout the day though. Like I snack throughout the day, which they say you have to be careful with, but because I'm so little, I'm like, I gotta eat. So me snacking for me right now is working, but I know eventually like it's gonna catch up with me, and like I will start to gain weight back. So I gotta be super mindful. So I also don't obsess over the number on the scale anymore. That's something I really used to obsess over. I just care about what I look like in the mirror, because realistically, I thought like 140 pounds I would be happy with, but I still felt like I was big at 140. But other people was like, Taylor, you're not big. Or I still be like now at 125, like, do I look big in this picture? Like, you know, because I'm just, I don't know. Like now that I'm skinny, I actually feel big. It's weird. So that's a part of the body dysmorphia, which is just something you have to work through with your counseling and your support groups and all of that. You know, you talk about all those things, and it's super helpful. But like I said, surgery 10 out of 10, will recommend. Never let nobody make you feel like just because you got surgery you took the easy way out, or you know you didn't work just as hard as the next person. Like it's a lot of work, it's a lot of dedication, because I know people who had this surgery who did not have successful results like me, you know. And so that's what I'm saying. So just because you get it doesn't mean that you're just gonna get skinny. Like literally, like it's a mental thing. It's literally all mental more than it is physical, you know. So yeah, y'all, like for real, like so my big weight loss was at 6 months. Like I hit my 100-pound goal at 6 months. So now that we're a year later, my final weight, which it can't get no lower than that or I'm gonna look like a freaking crackhead, is 124.4 pounds, and I just round up 125 pounds. And I'm very happy with my weight. I love how I look. Now I just want to tone up. All right, guys, so now we're gonna do my official body reveal. So I'm just gonna step back. So this is me 125 pounds down. Like, I'm literally a whole different person. Like, I'm so tiny. And then I'm also show you guys like my loose skin and stuff too. But this is me, y'all. Like, I lost a whole person, literally. Like, it's so crazy, but I literally love it. I do have on like a little shaper right now. And it kind of like goes up. This is what it looks like. So I have this on. This is me from the side. Like, y'all can tell I still got this little tummy, so I gotta work on that. But I am overall very happy with my results. This is me from the side. Like, I just got this little pudge. My back is definitely unbigged. We love that. So yeah. So this is what I now look like. I'm super happy. I'm gonna show you guys my loose skin, which I'm still a little self-conscious about, but we're being very transparent in this video. So like my arms, I do still have some jiggles. Like, let me show y'all. Like, you know, it's a little jiggly under there because I mean I did lose like a whole person. And then same with my legs. I still have like some jello on my legs. And then I'm gonna show you guys my stomach. This is what I'm like most self-conscious about, but it is what it is. I'm gonna still show y'all. So let me show you my stomach. Now it's not like so big, but like I do still have like loose skin on my stomach, as you can see. I'm gonna come up just a little bit. So yeah, I do still have like loose skin, and it's like real round just from me losing all the weight. Yeah, I just wear this shaper, and until I like start working out and stuff, like my stomach's just gonna look like that. But I feel like I'm really good at like kind of hiding it and disguising it with the waist trainer. Okay. All right, y'all, so this is me, real tiny with these big old itties. Like, I don't think these gonna go nowhere. Like, they went down just a little bit, but not that much. But yeah, I'm really happy with my weight loss results, as you guys can tell. All right, guys, so that is the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I love being transparent and sharing my journey and my experiences with you guys. You guys are so awesome. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I want you guys to comment questions down below for a future VSG Q&A. And you guys can also DM me on Instagram as well. I hope this video was so helpful. It encouraged someone. It blessed someone, whatever. And I hope it motivates you to do better and live a healthy, happy lifestyle. That's what my content's about. So make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe. I love my Taylor gang so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.